Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this episode of Channel Futures TV. I'm Allison Bergamo, Principal of Bergamo Marketing Group, and today I'm joined by Alex Mahat, Product Marketing Director at Fortinet. Welcome, Alex. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me today.
We have a lot to unpack about securing hybrid workforces. I'm so excited to have this conversation with you. So let's dive in. So what I'm wondering about right now are what are the current trends in the market for hybrid workforce security?
Well, there are a lot of different trends, and we've kind of summarized it to 4 different trends. So one, definitely you're talking about hybrid workforce. Well, it's here to stay. Today, 94% of the organization are allowing people more flexibility in working from home and working in the office. And definitely, this is a trend that's here to stay. Remote work is there and it won't go away, but you need to secure both sides for sure. Right. Another trend we see is that today, a lot of organizations are using VPN to secure their remote workers, but they've seen that there's some security gaps potentially in VPN and lack of issues with performance. And we see that by 2025, around 70% of the organization will be moving to Zero Trust, to ZTNA. And that is definitely something we see in the market where you have more granular authentication and better performance for your remote work security. That's definitely another big trend we see. Third trend, a lot of SaaS applications, or the growing SaaS applications. 50% of the software apps out there are SaaS today. Your Office 365, your Dropbox, your Box, your Salesforce, everything these companies are using today. And that's definitely a big growth in terms of SaaS application. And securing the access to these applications is something that can be an issue today for organization. And for sure, last but not least, today around 75% of organizations are pursuing a consolidation of their security and networking vendors because they currently have up to 6 in average different vendors for their network and security. And some may have a lot more, and many of them are looking into consolidating all these vendors into less than 6 if they can, so that it's simpler for them, less complexity, easier operations. So these are the trends we see today in hybrid workforce and in the network and security world.
So Alex, can you tell me about some of the challenges you're seeing with your organizations facing hybrid workforce security today?
Yeah, definitely. So we've seen like 3 main challenges for organizations today when they want to secure their hybrid workforce and have consistent security. We were talking earlier about SaaS applications and about this shadow IT challenge.
Right.
Well, SaaS applications are growing, and organizations are facing this shadow IT challenge, meaning that these people that are at home or working from anywhere, they can do their own IT almost. And some, they are download applications, and IT teams might not have visibility on this. The average company has more than 900 unknown cloud services. Amazing. So just imagine what people can do with all of that. And that's one of their main challenges. They want to have more visibility. They don't want to see that growing shadow IT in their organization. So that's one of the big challenges. And that's also linked to another challenge, is that the lack of visibility. Meaning that if you have multiple vendors, or if you have that shadow IT and people installing applications that they should not, hopefully it's legit applications, but still IT wants to have visibility on all of this. They want to have visibility on what the remote workers does at home, in their airport, in a coffee shop, wherever they want to work, in an RV in the middle of the US. And companies are not really confident in being able to monitor and have visibility on all these applications. And yet even securing them is really a key aspect of it, and having visibility on all the security and policies and all across their organization. And what we can see, we've talked about VPN. VPN is an old technology that's been here since 1996, if I'm not mistaken. And you might have some security gaps here. You also have issues in terms of performance, of inconsistent security too between your remote workers and your branches or your offices. So that is also one of the challenges, is security gaps. Inconsistent security means also that your compliance insurance might go up because of that. You might have increased costs because of that. So these are the three main challenges: the lack of visibility, the growth of the shadow IT, and inconsistent security and security gaps throughout the organization.
So what are some of the business outcomes that your FortiSASE solution provides for customers and partners?
So having that platform-centric type of solution with a consistent security, single OS, single client management brings definitely less security gaps, number one. We were talking about lack of visibility as one of the challenges, but here definitely one single management platform gives you full visibility both for on-prem security as well as cloud security for your remote users. So more visibility, more monitoring, single platform, single vendor, simplified operations, faster onboarding. So we have some customers that experienced 5 times faster onboarding of their customers, of the users. It was like in hours instead of days or weeks, which we're happy to show. And also a reduction in TCO, total cost of ownership, because instead of having multiple vendors to manage, increased operations team or IT teams. Also, some customers have shown like a 30% reduction in TCO just by combining and consolidating their teams and converging these network and security into one solution. So better effectiveness, improved effectiveness, consistent security and policies across everything, simplified operations, and better TCO.
A lot of benefits.
And for our partners, one of the great benefits of Fortinet is SASE, is that it's a single per user license, annual license. So it brings recurring revenue for our partners, and it moves our customers and our partners to an OpEx model that is way easier to budget and easier to purchase and set up.
A lot of benefits from the FortiSASE solution. And I so appreciate your sharing your expert insights about Fortinet and the security solutions that you are delivering for today's hybrid workforces. Thank you so much for joining us, Alexandra. Thank you for joining us for this edition for Channel Futures TV. I'm Allison Bergamo, and we will see you next time.
Thank you so much for having me, and have a great day. Bye.